Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is your weekly tech news roundup, and I'm bringing you everything that happened in tech from Monday, December 1st through Sunday, December 7th, 2025. This is the 2025 December 1st week. And let me tell you, this week was absolutely packed. We've got an AI battle royale with OpenAI declaring Code Red, groundbreaking new video generation models that are blowing minds, Samsung's game-changing TriFold smartphone, massive corporate acquisitions worth billions, and even a world-first social media ban that's got everyone talking. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and know exactly what's shaping the future of technology, you're in the right place. Let's dive right in. The biggest story of the week is Netflix's stunning acquisition of Warner Brothers. On December 5th, Netflix announced a definitive agreement to acquire Warner Brothers Studios, HBO, and HBO Max for a total enterprise value of $82.7 billion. That's $72 billion in equity value. This means iconic franchises like Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, DC Universe, The Sopranos, Friends, and The Big Bang Theory are all coming under Netflix control. Wall Street called this the lowest probability outcome because many thought Paramount would win the bidding war, but Netflix came through with a cash and stock deal valued at $27.75 per share. The deal still needs regulatory approval, and it's already facing pushback. Theater owners are calling it an unprecedented threat to the movie business, since Netflix traditionally doesn't do theatrical releases. Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos even met with President Trump to discuss the deal. The transaction is expected to close in late 2026 after Warner Brothers separates its Discovery Global Networks division. Plot twist: Paramount Skydance launched a hostile counterbid on December 8th, offering $30 per share, about $108 billion total. This bidding war isn't over yet. On December 2nd, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman sent an internal memo declaring a code red situation at the company. Why? Google's new Gemini 3 AI model is eating their lunch. Gemini 3 launched with its Deep Think mode on December 4th, and the results are stunning. This isn't your typical fast-talking AI, it actually thinks before responding. It scored 41% on humanity's last exam without tools and 45.1% on the ARCAGI2 benchmark with code execution. That's legitimate reasoning ability, not just pattern matching. Gemini 3 is now available across Google Search, the Gemini app, and it's already reached 650 million monthly users. 3 years ago, it was Google declaring Code Red over ChatGPT. Now the tables have turned. OpenAI still has bigger user numbers with 800 million weekly active users, but Gemini's momentum is undeniable. In mega deal news, IBM announced on December 8th that it's acquiring data streaming company Confluent for $11 billion in an all-cash deal. This is IBM's biggest acquisition in years, and it's all about positioning for the enterprise AI boom. Confluent specializes in real-time data streaming. Think of it as the infrastructure that lets companies move massive amounts of data instantly. Combined with IBM's Watson AI and cloud platforms, this creates an end-to-end data platform specifically designed for enterprise generative AI applications. The deal should close by mid-2026. Amazon's massive conference wrapped up this week, and the message was clear: AI agents are the future. AWS CEO Matt Garman kicked things off, saying AI agents can finally unlock the true value of AI by performing tasks and automating workflows on your behalf. AWS announced their new AI agent platform with claims that these agents can learn from you and work independently for days. They also revealed partnerships with NVIDIA for new sovereign AI infrastructure, letting governments and companies control their data while using cutting-edge AI. The conference highlighted AWS's new Trainium 3 chips as alternatives to NVIDIA GPUs and pushed deep into enterprise AI adoption. For developers, the big takeaway is that we're moving from AI assistants to full autonomous AI agents. Samsung just changed the foldable phone game forever. On December 2nd, they unveiled the Galaxy Z TriFold, the world's first tri-folding smartphone. This thing unfolds into 3 panels, giving you tablet-sized screen real estate in your pocket. The TriFold goes on sale in South Korea on December 12th at around $2,700, with other markets including China, Taiwan, Singapore, and the UAE following soon. The US launch is scheduled for the first quarter of 2026. This isn't just a concept, it's shipping, and it's Samsung's answer to Huawei's Mate XT. Let's talk more about that trifold. This device features a 200 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 10 megapixel telephoto with 3 times optical zoom. When fully unfolded, you've got a massive display perfect for multitasking, productivity, and media consumption. Early reactions are mixed on pricing. Nearly $3,000 is steep, but the engineering achievement is undeniable. Samsung built a hinge system that folds twice without adding excessive weight or thickness. Prototype images even show Samsung tested a quad camera version before settling on the triple lens setup. For audiophiles, this week delivered. Astell&Kern showcased numerous hi-fi gadgets at their December showcase, including new portable music players with enhanced DAC technology and premium headphones. These aren't mainstream products, but if you're serious about audio quality, Astell&Kern just gave you plenty of reasons to upgrade. Microsoft released December's Patch Tuesday update on December 9th, technically just outside our week, but worth mentioning since it was announced this week. This update includes a whopping 16 new features: the highlights, redesigned start menu, improved Windows search that matches the new start menu height, changes to the settings info page, a new virtual workspaces section for managing virtualization like Windows Sandbox. There are also do keyboard customization options and improvements to quick machine recovery for faster Windows 11 restoration. This is being called one of the biggest feature updates of 2025, going beyond just security patches. India's telecom ministry ordered all smartphone makers to pre-install a government-owned cyber safety app that users cannot remove. This affects Apple, Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, Xiaomi, and every other manufacturer selling phones in India. The app is designed to help block stolen devices, monitor cyber threats, and promote government digital services. But privacy advocates are raising serious concerns about state data collection and the lack of public regulation or transparency. This was communicated privately to manufacturers, not through official public channels. For context, India is one of the world's largest smartphone markets, so this is a massive policy shift affecting hundreds of millions of devices. 2 of the original authors of the landmark 2017 Attention is All You Need Transformer paper are back with a new startup and new model. Essential AI Labs unveiled RNJ-1 this week, positioning it as a flagship open-source AI system built to strengthen U.S. leadership in open-weight models. The model was built and trained from scratch rather than fine-tuning an existing checkpoint. It's aimed at startups and enterprises who want to build agentic systems without locking into proprietary APIs. This launch comes amid intense debate about whether open-source AI models are a security risk or innovation catalyst. AI video generation just leveled up. Runway released Gen-4.5 on December 1st, and it's currently the top-rated video model in the world, scoring 1,247 on the artificial analysis benchmark. That beats Google's VO3, OpenAI's Sora 2 Pro, everything. Gen 4.5 understands physics. It generates realistic motion, proper lighting, and coherent action across entire video clips. We're talking cinematic quality from text prompts. The implications for content creators, advertisers, and filmmakers are massive. Here's something wild. XAI's Grok 4.20 AI model competed in a live trading competition called Alpha Arena, where AI models trade with real money in volatile markets. Grok 4.20 was the only major model to finish profitably, turning $10,000 into approximately $14,700 in one run. Meanwhile, models from OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic all ended in the red. This isn't about theoretical benchmarks. This is AI making actual financial decisions in high stakes environments. That's a game changer. ByteDance rolled out an AI voice assistant powered by its Dubao language model, built directly into smartphones, starting with a ZTE prototype. This enables voice-activated tasks like content search, ticket booking, and more, all natively integrated into the phone experience rather than requiring separate apps. NVIDIA open-sourced Alpamayo R1, described as the first serious vision language action model for autonomous vehicles. This model doesn't just see and analyze, it reasons about pedestrians' bike lanes and hazards before planning driving actions. The open source release is huge for transparency and community driven progress in self driving technology. China's DeepSeek released V3.2 and V3.2 Special on December 1st, claiming performance that matches OpenAI's GPT-5 across multiple reasoning benchmarks. The Special Edition even achieved gold medal performance in international math and coding competitions. What's significant? DeepSeek is open source. Frontier AI capabilities are becoming accessible without expensive API fees or restrictive licenses. The power balance is shifting from closed proprietary systems to freely available alternatives. Data and AI platform Databricks is in talks to raise around $5 billion at a valuation of roughly $134 billion. That's about 32 times their expected 2025 revenue of $4.1 billion. The company has been revising sales forecasts upward throughout the year, with growth projected at 55%. However, gross margins are slipping faster than planned, down to about 74% from a target of 77%, because AI products are more compute intensive. Databricks remains one of the top IPO candidates in the AI infrastructure space. Legal AI startup Harvey raised $160 million, pushing its valuation to $8 billion. That's a massive number for a vertical AI company targeting the legal sector. Harvey provides AI tools for law firms and legal departments, and investors are betting big that this becomes the category standard for legal AI. Microsoft announced plans to invest more than 7.5 billion Canadian dollars, about 5.4 billion US dollars, in Canada over the next 2 years. The investment includes new AI-focused data centers in Quebec and other provinces, training programs for workers on AI and cloud technologies, and collaborations with local institutions. This is part of a broader trend where cloud giants are racing to build compute capacity near major customers to meet AI demand and address data sovereignty concerns. German AI startup Black Forest Labs, specializing in high-fidelity image generation, secured a massive $300 million Series B at a $3.25 billion valuation. The company develops the Flux family of visual AI models known for producing photorealistic images. This is one of Europe's largest AI investments of the year. Reports emerged this week that Apple may partner with Intel to manufacture M-series chips starting in 2027. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo suggests Intel could fabricate Apple's lowest-end M-series processors using Intel's 18AP process node. This would be ironic. Apple ditched Intel processors for its own silicon just a few years ago, and now Intel might become a manufacturing partner. It's not about a chip design, it's about production capacity and diversifying supply chains. Tech stocks had a volatile week. IBM shares rose following the Confluent acquisition announcement. Confluent stock soared 29% on the deal news. Meanwhile, NVIDIA announced a $2 billion investment in Synopsys, strengthening their AI chip development partnership. Pharmaceutical research company Inotiv confirmed a significant ransomware attack by the Keelan Group. Detected in August 2025, the breach exposed personal, financial, and health information of more than 9,000 individuals. Security analysts note this highlights growing supply chain cyber risk in the life sciences sector, where companies hold valuable clinical and preclinical research data. The incident shows that even in heavily regulated industries, legacy data security can be a major vulnerability. Tri-Century Eye Care disclosed a ransomware attack that exposed data belonging to approximately 200,000 patients. The breach included medical records, personal information, and potentially payment details. The attack was detected in August 2025, but notification just went out this week. This is huge. On December 10th, just 3 days after our weekly period ends, Australia becomes the first country in the world to ban social media for anyone under 16. But the enforcement started this week. Meta began removing users under 16 from Instagram, Facebook, and Threads starting December 4th. TikTok, YouTube, X, Reddit, Snapchat, Kik, and Twitch are all covered by the ban. Companies face fines up to 50 million Australian dollars, about 32 million US dollars, if they don't take reasonable steps to block underage users. Interestingly, platforms like Roblox, Discord, WhatsApp, and Pinterest are exempt for now. The Australian government says this is about protecting teen mental health and well-being, though critics argue it could push kids to less regulated platforms. YouTube, for example, said the ban would make young Australians less safe because they could still visit without accounts but lose safety filters. Australia's communications minister shot back, essentially saying if YouTube isn't safe, that's YouTube's problem to fix. This is a massive regulatory experiment that governments worldwide are watching closely. Russia's state communications watchdog moved to block Apple's FaceTime video calling app this week, adding it to a growing list of Western platforms facing restrictions or outright bans in the country. This is part of Russia's broader tech isolation strategy. AI search startup Perplexity received an investment from soccer legend Cristiano Ronaldo this week, giving the Google search challenger some cultural star power as it competes in the AI-powered search space. That's your complete tech news rundown for the 2025 December 1st week, December 1st through 7th. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss next week's roundup. Drop a comment below telling me which story surprised you most. Was it the $72 billion Netflix deal, Sam Altman's Code Red memo, or Australia banning social media for teens? And hey, if you want to support the channel directly, you can use Super Chat, Super Thanks, or become a member. Your support helps me bring you these comprehensive weekly tech updates. I'll see you next week with another roundup. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and stay awesome.